All right, Libras, my Libra friends, the balanced ones, or the ones that are trying to bring balance to this world a little bit. Sometimes you can be a little bit judgy, but then it's okay, it's okay. We all have our nature. So, my dear Libras, so my dear Libras, let this be your reading for the Lionsgate portal 888, 8th of August 2024, making the whole 888 infinite, infinite, infinite for everyone. Important times, important times. There's Lionsgate portal every year, but then this is a very special one. Okay, here we are. So, let's find you the messages that this universe has to bring to you. Uh-huh. We have our first two cards. How have you been feeling lately, Libra? How's this year been? I know it's strange times, but then if you feel like sharing, do write in the comments. Send me a message. Use the astral realm if you may, if you must. Let's find you your messages. Okay, seems like a little stuck. There's. Are you feeling a little stuck? Some stuck energy going on? Or are you trying to slow down a little bit? Or maybe you don't want to know too much. But if you didn't want to know too much, why would, or if you didn't want to know, why would you be here for this reading? Ah, you do want to know. Just slowly, gently. Okay, interesting. But when we want to know, we want to know a lot. Okay, so let's look at your first card. Ay, ay, ay. We're starting with the Tower. But since the Tower and the Emperor appeared upside down, okay, it means, well, some structures around you are breaking. Structures, as in structures of thought, life patterns that you had made, things that you were relying upon, maybe too much, or the thought processes that you were stuck on for too long. It may be talking about a bit of distress. Well, there is distress in everybody's life right now, but you are in sort of a feeling of ruin. And in a way, you blame your own indecisions as well, or your own insecurities, in a way, not willing to move on as such. So there is confusion, there is hidden enemies, or maybe you might be acting as your own enemy. Obstruction, you may be creating obstruction for your own decisions, or there may be delays in what you're trying to get to. There may also be a bit immaturity on your part and others, which is kind of the emperor upside down, like uh, opposite of everything that the emperor is supposed to represent. Maturity, composure, willingness to take control of a situation, being the important person, or having the important person in your life. And at the moment, it may feel like the lowest point in life, bit of ruin, not bit of ruin, like, but properly ruined, backstabbed, betrayed, lonely. Those might be the feelings that are going on right now. And it may continue for a little while since we are in Mercury retrograde. So a lot of our plans, the way we thought it would be, may be flipped. It might also be that people around us are flipping, and it may also be that our mind is flipping between decisions. Okay, so but that is not, all is not lost. Sometimes these times, or these kind of events in our life are to be taken as a shake-up. When things are being shaken, put different size of rocks in a box or a bottle, and you shake it all up, then the rocks will sort themselves out. Okay, since you are not willing to sort out things on your own, since you did not want to make any decisions, and were expecting other people to make up their mind, or take up roles in your life and stuff, not gonna happen. So that's why life is kind of putting all your rocks in a box and shaking it for you. While the shakeup is going on, of course, it feels like the lowest point in life, and everything is kind of crumbling down or falling apart, falling apart. It may also feel like you are drowning, but then understand that sometimes when you're in the water and you've gone more than halfway down, instead of swimming all the way up or making that effort, sometimes it's better to just hit the ground, push, and jump all the way up again. Okay, your ascent can be quite fast compared to your descent, which may have taken a while. So, Wheel of Fortune. Okay, your next card is Wheel of Fortune, which says it's in a way fortune's doing, but then fortune also circles around. And now is the time when it's supposed to start circling around. Okay, retrograde also means if things have been going to shit, they might just turn around now. So keep a positive outlook. Um, think of your angels, think of your spirits, think of your guides, and really, really, really be willing to accept a few things that life is actually offering you. But then, if you're stuck on the previous energy, if you're stuck on your indecision from the past, or if you're stuck on people who you thought may rescue you, life is actually showing you something else. It might be same energy, it might be similar energies as well. So, in a way, it may be giving you what you wanted in a different package. Okay. Uh, we have Queen of Pentacles, which means, okay, on the financial ground, things are moving in the right direction. So there may be a lot of emotional turmoil, but as long as our grounding is strong, and our grounding is a lot of times defined by your personal grounding, as in the material comforts that you have, or the material belongings that you own, as long as they are strong, you have a strong grounding. Okay, you have a roof to live under, you have a pocket full of cash and some money in the bank. Okay, that's basic. Your food is being sorted, you are eating healthy, that's good grounding. Over here, you may be looking at some new opportunities and some new offers that you may be getting. Wheel of Fortune and Queen of Pentacles, they're both good indicators for that. Now, you already have some harvest. It's not like you're sitting empty. You already have some harvest. So maybe it's a good time to start counting your blessings instead of only being stuck on what has gone wrong. Now, Libra, you're Libra, right? You cannot be looking at one part of your scale and not be willing to put any weight on the other. Okay, if one part of this is what you understand the best, you are who are supposed to teach this to rest of the people. When one the part of the scale is going down, to balance it out, you have to start putting things on the other so that it balances out. If not all the way again, but then balances it out, right? So if the bad things in your life have been happening, or people have been a bit disappointing, you can bring yourself up by adding some more weight to the right space or the right people. Let's look at your next card. King of Swords. King of Swords. Okay. Now, compared to the Emperor, which was upside down, the indecision and not willing to take things intelligently, what is being urged of you, what is being asked of you, is to use your intelligence. You are one of the most intelligent signs in the zodiac, one that can decipher things or look at things for what they are and weigh. You're constantly weighing your options. So weigh your options over here and be use that intelligence part. Um, you have been successful. You just need a little bit of effort to bring that back. If you've been hoping for somebody else to do it for you, by now I hope you realize that nobody else is gonna do what you need to do. It is your life. You are the one who has to live it. Do you expect someone else to live it for you and you have the glory from it? Doesn't work that way. So be willing to take up challenges, tasks, offers, things that may come your way. Weigh them intelligently and use your. The king is not inexperienced. Okay, it's not a young page or knight or somebody who goes head first into the battle. You're somebody who knows strategy. You're somebody who's known life for a while. You know what intelligence is. You know what taking responsibility is. You know how to stand up if everybody around you is falling down or everything around you is falling down. You are the one who gets up and takes responsibility. So right now it's being kind of suggested, requested to take responsibility of your life and create your own kingdom. Is the king. You are the king. You're the king of your own world, aren't you? So who's gonna take the responsibility and live it? If you want the king's life, you have to be willing to take the king's responsibility. That's the thing. We want to live the king's life or the queen's life, but then don't want that responsibility. It doesn't work. And this message goes out to all the signs, all the people who've been thinking of living a king's life or a queen's life, but are not willing to take that responsibility of a king or queen. It doesn't work that way. And a tyrant is not a king. A tyrant is just a tyrant. So stop being a tyrant for your own life. Stop being a tyrant in others' life, and don't let any tyrant be a tyrant in your life. Decisions, intelligence. Good time for that. Fortune is favoring you, the tide is turning. So, good time to turn your life around. The moon says there may still be fears. You have, okay, I mean, just because you have plans, that doesn't mean the fears go away. Just because you have courage doesn't mean the fears go away. The point is, facing fears makes them go away. There is no other way. If you don't, if you're not willing to face your fears, they will haunt you for the rest of your life. If you see a ghost and smile in its face, maybe it becomes your friend. Or so it works in my life. If you see a dangerous situation or if you see a ghost or something, I just smile at it. Learned it from a friend of mine long time ago. But if you can smile in the face of danger, smile in the face of fear, the fear loses its power over you. Okay, it doesn't know what to do anymore because you're not afraid of it. Maybe it becomes your friends and walks along, like that big bad wolf that was on the way, or a dog that was on the way, howling, growling. And the moment you smiled at it, and the moment you did, oh, come here, you lovely, you cute one, and they come wagging their tail. Oh, 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 I thought you were. Maybe there is people who are afraid of you, and you've been scaring them with your. You know what I mean. So be willing to let go of that fear. Be willing to walk your path. As long as you're willing to walk your path, it shall keep revealing itself to you. Okay? Don't back down. You're not defeated yet. It may be a little battle that you may have lost, but the war is still on. The war with mostly oneself, with one's own insecurities and unwillingness to take that step. So here it is. As long as you're willing to take that step, your fears will disappear and your path will open up. Okay, I see you're still a bit reluctant. Like with the Four of Cups, I can see this person is a little bit reluctant. Because of maybe your emotional experiences in the past. Not maybe, because of your emotional experiences in the past. But then it's also a story that if you let the past hold you down, it will actually end up drowning you. I understand you may want to go slow. I understand you may want to take two steps forward and one step back, which is absolutely okay. Sometimes that's the best strategy, to not absolutely go headfirst into a battle. Use the king's intelligence, okay? And do weigh in your options. If you've been thinking of weighing in your options, do weigh in your options. Okay. Right, times are changing. So let's see if there are any. No, let's expand on that reluctance a little bit. That recuperation, not recuperation, but rather, yeah, kind of emotional recuperation phase that you're going through. Let's see if there's an explanation for that. Haha. So seems like things want to move fast, or people want to move fast. There have been plenty of offers and connections and good things that have been offered to you because you are charismatic. All the Librans are charismatic because you have that intelligence factor that many people lack. Sometimes that emotional intelligence too. So, yeah, you may be considering, but not seriously considering because of your past. But then, huh, okay. One, be willing to change. Okay, if you don't change, sudden changes will happen to you and you may not like them. So if you begin to change or evolve or get out of your cocoon and your shell, that's when you get to be something. If you're gonna cocoon yourself, it doesn't work that way. Be willing to celebrate life. Okay? If you're not willing to celebrate life, life will just pass you by. Do you want to live this life's celebration? Are you trying to collect all your different lifetimes celebration into one? And that's the one that you're gonna celebrate, and the rest is all gonna be gloomy. Make sense what I'm trying to point at? Okay, there is a little juggling. So there may be more than one person interested. There may be one opportunity that's showing up. There may be more than one business idea or ideas in your head. And there may be a little bit of juggling required, as in you may want to touch base with everything a little bit. That's how you weigh the options. If you don't dip your toe in the water, okay, how are you gonna find out if it's cold or hot? So okay, still a little bit of juggling. That's why you're juggling of emotions. There's a lot of change that is required. Maybe people are not willing to accept you as you are or accept your plans as you want them to be. That's why the waiting game. So you're playing a waiting game, and the other people are not wanting to play that waiting game so much. So some change is required somewhere. The changes in you, the changes in other person, I'm not entirely sure, but maybe you're not also willing to accept them as they are. Yeah, kind of tough, isn't it? Okay, strange situation. Okay, let's see if there is messages from beyond. Messages from beyond. The Beyonder deck. Uh-huh. what's going on with you? With your emotions going so deep, are your emotions going so darn deep that you're actually trying to turn yourself into a saint or something? Sainthood? More into religion, more into society and its rules, trying to conform to society, um, also trying to inculcate forgiveness, mercy, kind of a sainthood. Also trying to get emotionally balanced, but then because there is a lot of people's emotions going haywire, that's also maybe acting a little reclusive. Sorry. Also trying to be diplomatic. Okay, I understand. There's too many expectations from people onto you, I suppose. So it's people that is kind of driving you nuts. Right, difficult decisions to make, still weighing options, and kind of stuck in a deadlock because you want to avoid all of this. The fortune is saying that time is good to do things and make material possessions and things appear more, but then you're being pushed towards making emotional decisions more. And there's a deadlock. Okay. Is there a solution? Is there going to be a solution this month, or are we pushing for the Mercury retrograde to end? Let's see. There's an answer. Okay. The world, completion of a cycle, accomplishments, wholeness, attainment, fulfillment, travel, celebrating life, and kind of arriving as well. So you have a feeling of arriving, that you've arrived somewhere. It's completion of a cycle for you for sure. This is something that you've been waiting for to happen for a long time. That's why it feels quite accomplishing as well. And that's why you're kind of okay with what you have right now. You're kind of okay with, you don't want to make any foolish decisions about people, places, and moving and all that stuff. That's why there's this feeling of wholeness, like, okay, finally something is in order, sort of. Even though it comes from the feeling of ruin and everything, but in a way you're recuperating from it. You're waiting for that healing to happen before you get into anything else. Understood. Okay, makes sense. Intelligent ones, smart ones, Libras. But you can be difficult to deal with sometimes because you don't want to make decisions. You want to check everybody else's decisions and then weigh their decisions. Oh my god. Okay. Let's see. Any more message? Or is it just going to be recuperating, healing from your hurt? That's what it feels like. Okay. Because no more messages. Huh. So let me recap. Things around you shook or had been shaking. Okay. Causing you emotional turmoil and not wanting to make any decisions, which leads to a feeling of ruin, but then or the lowest point in life where everything is sort of not working. But then it's the doing of destiny which allowed you to be where you are now. If something else would have happened, you would not be where you are. And in a way, this is where you have been wanting to be for a long enough time. So it's being given to you. Okay? Maybe some through the worst way possible, but sometimes, okay, we have to go through shit to get to where we want. There is some good shit that grows on bad shit. Take it like that. Then there is the material stability, possibilities of more ventures and offers and things moving fast. Weigh your options intelligently. Don't be too afraid. You have the understanding, you have the knowledge, you have the experience too to make the right decisions and continue moving forward. Although you are a little not stuck, but then in a way relaxing, recuperating, weighing your options, not wanting to move forward too quickly. But at the same time, this attitude will change, will bring in some change because swiftness is waiting for you. Some celebrations ought to happen, whatever kind of celebration, it doesn't have to be going to a party, but then there's many ways that you can celebrate life. So do not forget to continue celebrating your life. Uh, Hoping to achieve emotional balance, I think you will. Developing more compassion, I think you are. And developing more tolerance, a bit of leadership too, because two kings over here already and the Hierophant. So, in a way, you're taking more responsible roles and making decisions for yourself and maybe for others too. Uh, could be a child, could be a pet, could be somebody who's dependent on you emotionally and physically, maybe. There are difficult decisions to make, so you will continue to weigh your options and, in a way, avoiding a lot of things. But then there is a completion of cycle, and in a way, you might be letting go of a lot of things that have been weighing you down. That's what this time is for. Now I get it. So this use this time to let go of anything that does not serve its purpose for you anymore. It may be a good thing, it may be a bad thing, but then realize once it's done, once you've eaten the fruit and the pit is that is left, if you don't put the pit in the ground, that pit will not grow. It will not do anything sitting where it is. So either let go or sow the seed somewhere so that it grows into something. If nothing else, it can be food for some insect or something. That's the whole point of letting go of certain things that are not maybe serving their purpose, or they have already served their purpose in your life. Okay, I'm not saying look at everything objectively, even emotionally. Emotionally, it can be like, okay, I went on a trip, I was on that island, I was in love with that island for a while, but now I have to go. And you may be looking at that island from a distance. Ah, such a beautiful feeling. That is also letting go and keeping the memory of it. Depends. I know it's not easy. When it comes to myself, I know how I go, or how it difficult or tough it becomes for me for letting some things go. But then use this time, use this retrograde. I think the retrograde is on till 27th. We still have some good few weeks. Meditate, understand what is serving, what is not serving, who you are serving, who you cannot serve, all of that stuff. There is a lot of weighing in going on. So okay, I understand. Libra doing its job with the scale. Right. All right. However, do not forget to celebrate what is worth celebrating. Do not forget to work on your grounding, on your ground chakras, your financial standing, your pet projects, your things that bring you joy. Don't forget those, because those are things that you want to keep, whatever it may be. Those are yours. Keep them. And if there is any other message, right? So, overall, strive for balance and fairness in all aspects of your life. Uh, do justice to yourself in a way. Not in a way, but do justice to yourself. And maybe also emphasize on, because this is you, so emphasize on the importance of truth. What holds true value in your life? Is it people's truth? Is it your own truth? Is it the universal truth? And okay, evaluate what brings you more to balance, because that seems to be the most important thing in your life. Completion of cycle, bringing balance to life. Um, Also see where you can restore harmony. If something is worth more than the trouble, so you can deal with the trouble. You can tweak that trouble. You can get rid of that trouble and then keep what is worth keeping as well. And not everything is about letting go. Sometimes it's just, when the apple is a little bit rotten or something, a little patch on it, you can cut off that patch and have the rest of the apple. Think in those terms. Think in those terms. I know the answers will come to you. Use this Lionsgate portal well. I wish you all the best. And I'm sure this retrograde and this Lionsgate will help you find the balance that you've been seeking. I wish you all the best, Libra. See you next time. Since this is my first few videos, I will. And, oh, I forgot to tell you, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. If you want to keep getting updates from me, I also do personal readings. And yeah, if you have a question, maybe you can ask in the comment. If it's something that I can answer easily, I'll answer it for you. Okay? Okay. Have a good one, Libra. I see you.